guys, Ardania here. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing writing vlog number 16. Okay, I've done 16 of these, and I'm really happy that I've been doing these because I get to look back on what I've done to see where I was with my writing and how much I've improved, and even how much I've improved on making videos. So I think that's really cool. Okay, jumping right into it. Roses. Last time I talked to you, I was at my deadline for getting my second draft of Roses done, and I had not met it. Well, I want to tell you that a week after, exactly a week after I finished the second draft of Roses, I was so excited. I'm not gonna lie, I typed out the last word of the novel, and there were some tears. There were tears the first time I did it just because I finished it, and then there were tears this time because, well, one, I finished it, and two, it's so much better. The second draft is so much better than the first. I'm not even actually that upset that I didn't meet my deadline because it was only a week. Like, if it was like a month later, I'd be like, but it was only a week, so I feel like I'm fine. So my second draft actually ended up by having just over, I believe, 52,000 words, which was not my goal of 60,000. However, there's always draft 3. And I'm super excited there was even 52,000 words because my first draft had 39,000 words. So in total, I wrote about 13,000 extra words for the second draft. So that's a lot of words. So I'm really excited, and I feel like it's gonna be quite easy to add this extra 8,000 words come my third draft. I already have some ideas, but nothing too concrete yet. So I have actually sent out my second draft to 6 people that I trust, and they are reading it for me right now. One person has actually sent it back. She read it in like 3 days, which, mind blown. But so I've gotten one back, but everyone else is still reading it, which I gave them so much time. I gave them till the end of I gave them to the beginning of May, because that's when I would like to actually have all this feedback in my possession. But yeah, I have actually not looked at Roses since I finished it. I have not looked at it since the time that I sent it out. This because I feel like I need to take a step back and I need to work on other things, and I can't be obsessing over it because it's literally out of my hands now, and other people need to give me their feedback. So I'm waiting until I get feedback. Also, I have said I cannot start the third draft until April. So beginning of April I will be starting my third draft. Hopefully by then I will have at least 1 or 2 more drafts back to me so I can look over those. But until that time, I just want to make changes myself that I've been thinking about. I've been writing some stuff down. I'm like, okay, this is definitely what I need to change. My third draft is for sure going to be when I put in chapters. So just little stuff that I can do without feedback. I will start at the beginning of April, then hopefully I'll have all of them back by May, and then I can really get into my third draft. Okay, so that's Roses. Enough about Roses right now. So I've also been working on Ragnarok, the one I told you about last time. So I've actually been writing Ragnarok a bit. I need to do more, but like I said, I haven't had that much time to do anything because of work and filling in for people in my last video. So I think I have it written down. I have 38 pages in Ragnarok right now written, so that calculates to roughly 14,820 words. So might I just say that the word count is so much easier when you have everything plotted out. Because when I was working on Roses, I had no timeline, no character pages, I had nothing. absolutely nothing. I was just writing from the seat of my pants. It was all in my head and I just needed to get it out, and that was Roses. So that's why I believe my first draft only had 39,000 words, because I was just like, I need to get this out, I need to get this out. I don't care about character development, I don't care about all these side characters, I don't care about anything, I just need this story out. So like that was a lot different. Then with Ragnarok, I have everything plotted. I have, these are the major plot points. I just need to get from point A to point B and then to point C, and I just need to go through all that, but it's up to me to come up with whatever is in the middle of point A and point B. So that actually gets, like, there could be at least 4 other scenes in between point A and point B. I just need to get there. So it's a lot easier to have a lot of words. So I'm not worried about the word count for this in the slightest. So I'm really excited to continue working on Ragnarok. I have some ideas that I'm not going to share with you yet because I still need to work them on myself, so I'm just going to leave that there. Also, in my last video, I talked about rewriting that army story that I had written in my senior year. So I've talked about rewriting it, and I talked about I was in the process of plotting it all out and coming up with a timeline and everything. So I've actually finished that. I've finished my timeline. It is a lot better. I have rearranged a lot of things, added a lot of scenes. So I've actually started writing it. I have this new booklet here. This is going to be my army story. I've actually changed a lot. My original was in first-person perspectives, dual perspectives, switching chapter to chapter. I don't like it. I've rewritten. I don't like it. I've changed it. It is now going to be kind of like how I wrote Roses, which was in third person. However, it was third person, but I'm just going to say I, because let's say I'm the narrator for it, just to make it a little bit easier to understand. So it was like I was looking in on their lives, and I could see both the main characters' thought process, deepest, darkest secrets, everything. I knew everything about them, and I was just portraying what they knew and what they didn't know. So I was like the all-knowing narrator. This I am doing in the army. I'm also doing third person. I believe I told you my characters. It was Grayson and Iris. That's not a spoiler. I've told you this before. So Grayson and Iris, now I'm switching it to third person, where I can see into Grayson's head. It's gonna be, when I first started writing it, the main character was supposed to be Iris. It was supposed to be all about Iris, and then once I actually wrote it, it kind of, you could tell, like, reading it, that I kind of favored Grayson a little bit. So now this go around, I'm gonna do third person Grayson's point of view, kind of, where I can see everything that he's thinking, but I don't really know what Iris is fully thinking. I'm just going from what Grayson thinks Iris is thinking. That's a lot of thinking happening. It's stressful. So I'm switching my entire perspective. I have different scenes. It's about the same plot, but it's so different. It's so different. I'm actually really excited to actually get it written out. I have started writing it a little. I have 7 pages, which is about 2,051 words. So there's that. I'm super excited to keep working on Army, so. And I feel like now I need to explain my word count and how I do my word count. Because I said Ragnarok has 38 words, 38 pages, which is like almost 15,000 words. But then here I have 7 pages in Army, which is only 2,000 words. Like, it seems like it doesn't really add up. And I will explain. So the average novel, like the average published novel, has about 300 words per page. That is where I got my 60,000 word goal, because, 300 words a page, 60,000 words, it's about 200 pages. So I want all of my novels to be at least 200 pages. So that's where that comes from. So basically what I do, and since I work in different notebooks, this is why it changes. So I have a bunch of math figured out. So like for Ragnarok, I take one page and I just count every word on that page. So I did that, and there was roughly 390 words to a single page in Ragnarok. So, taking that 390 words, you divide that by 300, which gives you 1.3. So for every page that I write in here, that is roughly 1.3 pages in an actual novel. So then the pages times 1.3 gives me how many pages I have in an actual novel. So then I take the number of pages I have here, times it by 390, and that is my word count. Then again, this is all very, very rough, and I know that I won't have an exact word count until I actually type it. So this is just to give me a rough idea of how much I have and how much I have progressed. So that's basically why I do this. So that's Ragnarok. So it's like about 390 words a page, and that's why it's different for Army, because this obviously is a much smaller book than what I use for Ragnarok. So for this one, like I said, I counted how many pages, how many words. Sorry, I keep messing with that. So it's about 293 words. So every page written here is 0.93 pages in an actual novel. So then again, once again, I take my pages times by 293 to get my word count. So that's, and I do that with every novel. I don't count every word because that's insane. I just count one page, do a little bit of math, and then I can have an approximate word count. Because like I said, for when I'm just writing, I don't want a definite word count. That's for a computer to do after. So I just thought I would explain that a little. So there's that. Okay, so now, like I always do, I'm going to be sharing a song for my writing playlist. This is a recent find. Once again, this is a song from Riverdale, because I love that show, and it has really, really great music, so I've been getting a lot from that. This one is actually Waves by Dean Lewis. The one that I'm going to play here, it is the original. It is the single. He also has an acoustic version, and I don't know which one I like better, the original or the acoustic, because they are both absolutely stunning. So I love this song, and I've been listening to it a freaking lot. Yes, okay, so that's really all I have to talk about today for my writing vlog. So hopefully I will see you guys again soon with a lot more updates. Please comment what you thought on this video. Please ask any questions about my writing or my writing process, and I will try my best to answer them. And please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Tuesday, and I am Ardania, and thank you so much for watching.